It's that time of the year where the evenings are getting cooler, the fall is on its way, things are changing color, we all have fall mums in the garden, but gardeners are thinking ahead. We're thinking spring blooming bulbs. With a little bit of planning, you can have a beautiful arrangement of flowers coming up in the early spring. The first thing you want to do is choose your container. I've chosen a plastic container that I'm going to put into a decorative ceramic pot, but you can plant directly into a ceramic pot. And the second thing, probably the most important, is you're going to choose the flower bulbs that you're going to plant in your container. I've chosen a few bulbs that I think work really well together, so purples and whites together, and I have also chosen something that also has a different texture. When you're selecting your bulbs, keep in mind the height and time of bloom. All that information is on the front of the package. So you're all set to start your project. Choose a nice, well-draining potting soil. I've chosen GARDENWORKS planter box mix, and you do want some bulb food. So I've chosen this 14-inch gray pot, and I'm going to be putting 32 bulbs in it. The way I'm going to be doing that is by layering them. Pretty much like a lasagna. When you're making a lasagna, you've got layers. The bulbs are going to go in with layers of soil. Start off with about 1/3 of soil in the pot, allowing them a bit of space for the roots of the bulbs to go into the soil. Put a sprinkling of bulb food onto that soil and turn it in, and place your first layer of bulbs over that. Top up over those bulbs with another layer of soil and a sprinkling of bulb food, and then you place another layer of bulbs around the noses that are sticking up through the soil. So we have tulips and daffodil bulbs in the pot so far, and now I'm planting an allium bulb, which looks quite different. The roots come out of the bottom, and there's a point on the top. You got your planter all planted up with bulbs, layered just like a lasagna really. It's just a pot of soil right now, so why don't we make it look nice? And the nice thing about planting things on top of your bulb planter is that those plants will tell you whether the soil needs to be moistened or not. Keeping in mind that you're going to be planting your plants between the bulbs, let's get started. So we finished planting up our planter. We put some nice winter color on top, fall winter color on top. The idea behind the plants is not only just to make the planter look pretty, it's also to tell you when to water, because your bulbs obviously are going to need moisture through the winter months. So put it in a nice spot where it's going to get the rain, and if it's not in a spot that gets the rain, be sure to water it periodically to stop the bulbs from getting dried out. This plant is going to look beautiful at your front entryway. It's going to look beautiful in the fall and into the winter, and in early spring, the bulb's going to push up through these plants and create a beautiful bunch of flowers.